Thank you. Hello, I'm Peter Schmitt, co-founder, CEO at Fluent Metal, where we're inventing the future of metal 3D printing. What carried me away was watching our advisory co-founder, John Hart, speak just a couple of minutes ago, freely walking around the stage. I'm sorry. 3D printing in general, metal 3D printing as well, still has a very strong promise. It is very useful, and it's going to be needed in fusion reactors, hypersonics, electric vehicles, server farms, consumer products. All of those need complex metal components made from special metals with intricate design. The problem we're seeing is current manufacturing, and that involves metal additive as it's practiced today, cannot deliver on those materials, geometries, and they cannot deliver at an economically feasible cost. What does Fluent Metal do? If there's one thing I want you to take away from the 5 minutes we have together today, I want you to remember Fluent Metal is printing metal differently, just like inkjet printers, but with molten metal droplets instead of ink droplets. So what we're doing is we take a fine microwire, we heat up the tip of the fine microwire with a plasma. Within several milliseconds, it grows into a ball. We go through a high G event, separates the ball into an airborne droplet, flies to the substrate. We introduce a heat budget, meaning we're printing at higher temperatures than melting, and that enables the drop to have a metallurgical bond at the substrate. We can do that with any metal that comes in wire form, and we can do this in parallel with the same metal, or we can do this in different metals, multi-metals. So what are the advantages of practicing metal additive, metal 3D printing this way? We are really, really cost efficient. Our system architecture allows for scalable throughput and large reduction in cost. We have a materials portfolio that no other metal additive process has. We can print straight off of wire, so we can print anything in wire form, including all the alloys that everyone is looking after, which cannot be delivered by powder bed processes. And that also includes high melting temperature metals like refractory metals. It also includes amorphous metals. Just had a really promising collaboration there with a team, a research team in amorphous metals. We can print on many different substrates. We can print on plastics, we can print on metal, we can print on straight, double curved surfaces, everything, no problem. And then the most important point, we're not moving a melt pool around, so we're not putting a lot of heat into any substrate, so that it's also a big advantage of our process. We do have an industrial approved use case. It's an OEM manufacturer where we are applying a layer of bronze onto an existing layer of stainless steel, which is part of an assembly, and that's the reason why the requirement is there to not heat up the top surface more than 80 degrees centigrade, which with a direct energy deposition or a powder bed laser is not achievable. Our process works no problems for the metallurgy, and we've proven sample parts and going into pilot production with this OEM currently. We're here today looking for partnerships, seeking collaborations. We're looking for partners in the energy, defense, and automotive industry. Ideally, with experience in metal additive and with problems that we hopefully will be able to solve better than what you're currently doing. We do have a desk next door. My colleague Mario, myself will be there. Would love to, for you guys to stop by and have some conversations. Thank you very much.